Okay, now let's do a brief overview of the user interface. When you first start Unmanic, you'll be able to see the workers or the process handlers right here. By default, it has 3 enabled, and you can increase or decrease this number. Here we've got pending tasks, and on this window, you'll be able to either rescan or rearrange the pending tasks, which are the files that you've got queued for conversion. You can open this up to full screen and take a longer look at the items that you have there. You can also search by name. Over here we've got the completed task box, and if you click the See All Records, you'll be able to go into the history and take a look at the conversion statistics or any sort of issues that you may have. This is where you'll come to look at the logs for those. Now right here we've got our settings, and we'll take a look at some of these more advanced settings in a moment. But on the general settings, here we can see our library path. And if you remember before, we had in the container settings, this mapped to our movie path and our TV path. Now if you just leave it generally on library, it will scan and process both of those libraries, your TV and your movies. However, you're able to come in here and go as deep into the movies or TV folders that you want, all the way down to a specific file. So if I wanted to do this movie here and only have Unmanic do one file or one movie or one TV show at a time, I'd be able to do that. The cache path is already set. Typically you want to leave this the way it is. If you need to change your cache path, you want to do that in your container settings, not right here. Here's where our workers are, or the process handlers. To increase or decrease that number, we can try that here. And this may take some trial and error on your system. Some folks have better luck with more workers, and some folks have better luck with fewer workers. The watcher is pretty self-explanatory. This is where we enable that here. Basically, when a video file is modified or a new file is added in your library, Unmanic is able to check that video against your configured video presets, and if the video is not formatted correctly, then it is added to the queue for Unmanic to convert. Here's our library scanner. You may want to set this to run scan on start if you want Unmanic to automatically begin assessing your library when you start it. The library scan schedule is set to 60 minutes by default. If you've got TV shows or things that you like to process faster, you may want to reduce this time. Keep the file name history. That's a good idea to go ahead and leave that checked. And to enable debugging right here, if you've got an issue with a particular file that's not converting, you can turn this on, hit submit, and then go back to the file history settings on your dashboard where you can see all records. And then you can come into the show, and right here where it says the ffmpeg command log, you'll be able to view the log and hopefully narrow down any issues that you may be having with that. And last but not least, we have our plugins tab, and this is a really exciting feature. All you have to do is sign in with Patreon once you're a supporter, and then you'll be able to add new plugins once you're signed in.